Hi everyone. Okay, I'm here on The Economist, and you might find this a bit ironic, but in China, the growth of Christianity is on the rise. It's growing rapidly, and it's just amazing. And you might think, it almost seems like God is blessing China because they are turning to Him. Look, China, the economy has surpassed the US. Isn't that right? Wasn't there an article recently about that? The number one economy in the world, is it? Oh, I can't remember. But anyway, cracks in the atheist edifice. So this article here is very interesting because you can see here these graphs. And I have to tell you that in Hong Kong, where I am, it's a really easygoing place, very conservative, polite, low crime. You might think it's like how America was 50 years ago, something like that. It's just really easy place to live. Anyway, look at this chart here. So this is the rise of Christianity. And even in Hong Kong, there are lots and lots of churches, Christian schools, all kinds, lots of Catholic ones, but still there are many Christians, just basic believers. So here's Christians in China, the millions. So I just want to show you a few paragraphs in this because it's pretty long, so I won't read the whole thing. I'll put the link down there so you can go and have a look at it, but it talks about how the government clashes with, a lot of churches were putting up crosses, and then the government would say that they were illegal places, so they would take down the crosses. And okay, here it says Christianity is hard to control in China, getting harder all the time. It is spreading rapidly and infiltrating the party's own ranks. So somewhere here I read that one group, a government group, they estimated 50% of the members are Christians. And why are they becoming Christians? Well, some of them believe that this was the strength of the West in how it was built. So as the West is turning away from God right now and falling, and there's the decline of civilization and morals, and it's just falling apart over there in the US. It's picking up in China. This is just amazing, isn't it? Okay, there are growing numbers of Christian doctors and academics. More than 2,000 Christian schools are also dotted around China, many of them small and all as yet illegal. But at the end here, I'm going to show you why they don't want this to change. Christians don't want religious freedom, because then it will become institutionalized and become corrupt. And we all know that that's what could happen. Okay, some Chinese also discern in Christianity the roots of Western strength. They see it as the force behind the development of social justice, civil society, and rule of law, all things they hope to see in China. Many new NGOs are run by Christians and Buddhists. There are growing numbers of Christian doctors and academics. Okay, I just read that last part. But Buddhism is more of a philosophy, and the philosophy is about what you think. So I think Buddha said something like your life is the sum total of everything that you've done and thought in your life. but they exclude the Holy Spirit. Okay, now I want to show you this other paragraph here, which is pretty interesting. All right, right here. So some wealthy business folk in Wenzhou have become believers. They are dubbed boss Christians and have built large churches in the city. One holds evening meetings at which businessmen and women explain biblical approaches to making money. Others form groups encouraging each other to do business honestly, pay taxes, and help the poor. Rare is the official anywhere in China who would want to scare away investors from his area. So they let it go. They look the other way because, and this is how you get blessed, right? You do business honestly, pay taxes, and you help the poor. So what's wrong with that? I think it's pretty good. Okay, in other regions, local leaders lend support or turn a blind eye because they find that Christians are good citizens. Well, that's nice. Their commitment to community welfare helps to reinforce precious stability. Okay, now you know that China is does practice capital punishment just like the U.S., and they are the leaders in capital punishment, which isn't too good, but they do have one of the hugest, if not the hugest population in the world. I don't know if it's India or China, but okay, I want to show you one other thing here so that you can get a better idea of this. In recent years, the party's concerns have shifted from people's beliefs to the maintenance of stability and the party's monopoly of power. If working with churches helps achieve these aims, it will do so, even though it still frets about encouraging an alternative source of authority. Increasingly, the party needs the help of religious believers. It is struggling to supply social services efficiently. Christian and Buddhist groups are willing and able to help. Yes, because they practice love. Since about 2003, religious groups in Hong Kong have received requests from mainland government officials to help set up NGOs and charities. So, yes, there's a group here in Hong Kong called Christian Action, and they help all the refugees. And my friend who is a refugee was helped so much by them. And have you heard of, so Christian Action will help anybody, no matter what religion they are. Can you imagine a Muslim Action helping Jewish people or Christians, or a Jewish action group helping Christians or Muslims? I don't think so. I don't know, for some reason it seems like the Christians will do it. Or maybe the Buddhists. Okay, all right, let's see, just one more little bit here. Okay, one Chinese article in 2004 claimed that 3 million to 4 million party members had become Christians. All right, let's see, we go down here a little bit farther. The whole article is interesting, but I just kind of skimmed it. Here we go. Get my computer to move down there. Okay. Okay. Acts of defiance are increasing. A mid-ranking official in a big city was recently told that her Christian faith, which was well known in the office, was not compatible with her party membership and she would have to give it up. She politely told her superiors that she would not be able to do that and that her freedom of belief was protected by the Chinese Constitution. She was not fired, but sent on a remedial course at a party school. She is now back at her job and says her colleagues often come to her asking for prayer. Isn't that great? So they come back to her. Okay, So Chinese intellectuals even have included Christian intellectuals for the first time. Yes, Christians can be intellectual. So don't be labeled. Don't let other people label Christians. Okay, and now here is the paradox. The paradox, as they all know, is that religious freedom, if it ever takes hold, might harm the Christian church in two ways. The church might become institutionalized, wealthy, and hence corrupt, as happened in Rome in the Middle Ages, and which is what has happened in the USA, and is already happening a little in the businessmen's churches of Wenzhou. Alternatively, the church, long strengthened by repression, may become a feebler part of society in a climate of toleration. As one Beijing House church elder declared, with a nod to the erosion of Christian faith in Western Europe, and we might say the USA, if we get full religious freedom, then the church is finished. Okay, so if you're persecuted or if you're having some troubles, this can make you strong. And stay close to God, because this is an individual thing. This is not about churches and buildings and socializing and all that sort of stuff, but it is really about your next moment, your next breath, your next day, your whole life, and what you're committed to. But this is a great article about how well Christianity is doing, even though they're under some repression and persecution, but they know it's good for them. That is fantastic, don't you think? Okay, well, thanks for watching this, and just wherever you go in the world, wherever you go in America, wherever you live, you take this with you. You take your knowing that you're redeemed, or if you're not, if you haven't decided that Jesus paid the price for you, because all our hearts are basically pretty wicked and we're always making mistakes, and you know, it's just the way it is. But being saved is a great feeling. Salvation. So God bless everyone working that out for themselves, like it says in the Bible. And may you be blessed with the truth, peace, love, all those good things. Bye for now.